percentages are negotiated, even though they are fixed by law, like 50% from PCSO,
Your Honor,
80% from syntax. Do you still negotiate, or it should be automatic? You know, the amount is a mere arithmetical computation. We go by the percentages fixed by law.
yes, Your Honor.
So despite the percentages fixed by law, you know, the actual amount is just a computation. So does it mean that Congress is not following the percentages prescribed by law?
Yes, Your Honor. We tried to defend the
Yes.
proposal of the corporation,
All
Your Honor.
right. Yes, well taken.
Good afternoon, Your Honors.
Yes, good afternoon, Senior Vice President Lim Siaco.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes. So, would you agree that political negotiation is a principal factor in determining the amount of reserve funds to be fixed by the PhilHealth Board?
Your Honor, in the coming up of the approved GAA for PhilHealth, PhilHealth submitted the proposal, and based on the evaluation of DBM,
You know,
it will be incorporated in the NEP,
Yes.
Your Honor. And during the time that it will be deliberated in the Congress, Your Honor, that's the time that on the part of, as mentioned by GCC, Your Honor, political negotiations come in. It is either retained based on the NEP or it will be increased, Your Honor, depending on the appreciation of the Congress as well, Your Honor.
all right. So, does it mean that you still negotiate the transmittal of the appropriations fixed by law under Section 37?
Your Honor, we have Section 37, Your Honor, but of course, in the final JA, Your Honor, it is negotiation, Your Honor, PhilHealth, Department of Health, and the Congress, Your Honor, on
You have
what
to negotiate
particular-
it, notwithstanding the clear command of Section 37 that the appropriations shall come from these funds, from these sources. You have to negotiate.
Your Honor, negotiation in the sense that, of course, the Congress asking PhilHealth on its utilization of the previous and the implementation of the program as well, Your Honor. And it is our on the side of PhilHealth, Your Honor, we depend the proposal of the corporation, Your Honor, of course, and that it will be retained based on the NEP or it will be increased, Your Honor.
So, the percentages are negotiated, even though they are fixed by law, like 50% from PCSO,
Your Honor,
80% from syntax. Do you still negotiate, or it should be automatic?
Your Honor, depending on the amount that will be computed by Department of Finance, Your Honor, on the percentages.
You know, the amount is a mere arithmetical computation. We go by the percentages fixed by law.
Yes, Your Honor.
So despite the percentages fixed by law, you know, the actual amount is just a computation. So does it mean that Congress is not following the percentages prescribed by law?
Your Honor, in the past years, Your Honor, based on the NEP, it is carried, Your Honor, in the General Appropriations Act.
You know, my question is very clear.
Yes, po.
I'm talking about the percentages fixed by law under Section 37. My impression from your statement is that despite the percentages already fixed by law, the Congress, you still need to negotiate with Congress for the actual percentages that may be included in the GAA for the subsidy of PhilHealth. Is that the reality on the ground?
Yes, Your Honor. We tried to defend the
Yes.
proposal of the corporation,
All
Your Honor.
right. Yes, well taken. So now I proceed from where we left off last Tuesday. I would like to finish with the COA's basis for disclaimer of opinion issued in 2022. Attorney Cuevas, can you help us again? Read into the records.
The faithful representation of the provision for health benefits incurred but not reported account with year-end balance of 95.099 billion pesos is doubtful due to significant risks of misstatement resulting from unexpended balances of accrued liabilities between 2018 and 2021, ranging from 8.808 billion pesos to 37.722 billion pesos, which runs counter to the required fair and faithful presentation of financial transactions as outlined in the Philippine Accounting Standards and the Conceptual Framework for Financial Reporting. May I continue, Your Honor?
Yes, please continue.
In addition, there are other issues that further compromise the accuracy of the account, which include, letter A, the absence of a well-defined policy on the proper accounting of prior years in course of settlement or ICS claims, resulted in the failure to assess the reasonableness of the unexpected balance of ICS from prior years, amounting to 17.161 billion pesos. And letter B, presence of irregularities in the calendar year 2022 admissions, including 1, 6,798 claims amounting to 63.985 million pesos from 3,380 unique PhilHealth identification numbers or PINs, but different member names. 2, 710 claims amounting to 6.388 million pesos from 355 members with 2 different PINs. And 3, 1,583 claims amounting to 4.632 million pesos with irregular or incomplete entries/data due to the absence of system controls. These issues increase the risk of misstatement of the account, hence cannot be considered to have represented fairly the subject transactions as required under the Philippine Accounting Standards.
Continue.
The reliability of the financial liabilities account with a year-end balance of 3.349 billion pesos is doubtful due to the presence of 94,625 claims amounting to 1.450 billion pesos that were returned to healthcare institutions or HCIs beyond the 60-day turnaround time prescribed by the National Health Insurance Act. In addition, 664 claims amounting to 3.649 million pesos were found to have irregular entries or data which do not accurately represent the actual transactions required under the Philippine Accounting Standards. The absence of a well-defined policy and sufficient controls to regulate these transactions poses a significant risk of unreliable balances, unsettled liabilities, and decreased operational efficiency in the processing and payment of claims.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Senior Vice President, according to you, during the last oral argument at a certain cut-off period, PhilHealth has settled all its obligations, hence is left with no unpaid obligations for that certain cut-off period. Is that correct?
Your Honor, I cannot recall that saying that one, Your Honor. But my statement, Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, in any certain given cutoff date, PhilHealth still have a payable to the hospital, meaning claims will be processed, but claims will also enter the PhilHealth system for processing, Your Honor.
So those that enter the system of PhilHealth are the approved claims.
Not yet,
Yes,
Your Honor.
not yet.
Because it will be submitted to PhilHealth, received by PhilHealth, and will be processed by PhilHealth, Your Honor.
All right. Now, how reliable are the numbers, or were the numbers you reported in your financial report?
Your Honor, when we talk about reliability, Your Honor, we're trying to come up with a fair
Yes.
presentation of the FS, Your Honor.
Yes, but
and we
you're-
received 15 million claims, if may, Your Honor, 15 million claims per year, Your Honor. And of course, on the 15 million claims, Your Honor, makikita ho natin that there are some claims that has found out by COA that has some needs to be rectified, Your Honor.
Yes, so you do not challenge the finding of COA that PhilHealth lacks sufficient controls to keep track of its transactions.
Your
Yes,
Honor, we are,
thus increasing the risk for unsettled liabilities.
Your Honor, we are addressing the findings of COA, Your Honor, to put controls and change the process of recording, Your Honor. And Your Honor, we have this program right now, the FinMare program, Your Honor, that proper way of recording of our benefit claims, Your Honor, in our books of accounts, Your Honor.
So this observation of COA is accurate.
Your Honor, we confirm, Your Honor, that findings of the Commission on Audit, Your Honor.
So because of this, the numbers indicated in your financial statements cannot be completely relied upon.
Your Honor, the reliability, Your Honor, depending on the materiality of the findings, Your Honor. So again, as I mentioned, Your Honor, we have 15 million claims in a year, amounting to nearly 150 billion pesos, Your Honor.
So it means that PhilHealth is not capable of processing all the claims that are filed with it in a given year.
Your Honor, you're correct, Your Honor, because as I mentioned, Your Honor, claims come into the PhilHealth for processing and claims will be paid. But as of certain given times, say for instance, December 31, Your Honor, there are still claims unprocessed or unprocessed, Your Honor, given that PhilHealth has given
Yes.
60 days to process a claim, Your Honor.
You cannot cope up with 15 million claims
Your Honor,
yearly.
Your Honor, if saying to zero out the claims as of a given date, Your Honor, it is impossible, Your Honor. Given again, in any given period, Your Honor, claims pumapasok sa sistema ng PhilHealth for
But
processing, Your
all
Honor.
these claims are coming from people who are sick, who need urgent financial assistance to settle their hospital bills. These people, many of them are fighting for their lives in the hospitals. Perhaps all 15 million claims filed with your office.
Your
Yes.
Honor, the claims is being filed by the health facilities, Your Honor. In other words, the hospital received the document from the patient, and the hospital or the health facilities be the one to submit the claims to PhilHealth, Your Honor. Again, I would like to mention, Your Honor, that PhilHealth has given 60 days to process the claims, Your
Yes,
Honor.
and according also to the findings of COA, the 60-day run-around period has not been complied with.
Your Honor, there are instances, Your Honor, that claims filed paid beyond 60 days, Your Honor. But, Your Honor, I would like to state, Your Honor, that majority of the claims, majority or I have the figures, Your Honor.
Yes, we'll see
I just
about
want to see that one.
Now, let us go to your 2023 financial statement.
Yes, po.
You know, it's very important that we become aware of your financial standing, your status for these 3 years, 21, 22, 23, because it is from these years that the 89 billion was charged, was collected, and transferred to the National Treasury, 69.9. Had not the last tranche been restrained. All right. So we flash on the screen the 2023 financial statement of PhilHealth. In 2023, the COA reported that the total assets of PhilHealth amounted to 588 billion plus. The total liabilities amounted to 1.2 trillion plus. Out of 1.2 trillion plus, 1.14 trillion plus represented PhilHealth's insurance contract liabilities. Based on these numbers coming from COA, PhilHealth had a negative equity of 663 billion plus in 2023. Per independent auditor's report dated September 11, 2024, or just 6 months ago, the COA issued a qualified opinion, which means that this time, at least partially, PhilHealth's financial statements present fairly in all material aspects the financial position of PhilHealth as of December 31, 2023 and its financial performance. But for the rest of the financial statements, COA issued a qualified opinion. So may I again request Attorney Cuevas, please don't get tired, Attorney Cuevas, to read the pertinent portions of COA's independent auditor's report.
I quote, "The faithful representation in the financial statements for insurance contract liabilities or ICL amounting to 1.150 trillion pesos and 266.873 billion pesos for calendar years 2023 and 2022 respectively cannot be ascertained due to the following factors. Letter A, the completeness and accuracy of the claims and premium data cannot be established, casting doubt on the reliability of the reported figures. Letter B, the evaluation of the calendar year 2023 actuarial valuation report intended to assess the adequacy of the ICL revealed inconsistencies and irregularities that affects its reliability and validity to third parties. Letter C, the use of different measurement bases for the provision for ICL diminishes the comparability of information in the financial statements, hindering the users from making informed economic decisions. And letter D, the absence of reasonableness test on expense loading further undermines the reliability of the ICL account in the financial statements, which are inconsistent with Philippine accounting standards, Philippine financial reporting standard, and revised conceptual framework for financial reporting." Unquote.
Thank you, Attorney Cueva. So in fine, again, 1.15 trillion plus ICL for 2023 was misstated according to COA. And more likely than not, if correctly reported, would have been bigger. So Attorney Cuevas, please continue reading the COA's report.
And I quote, "The presentation and disclosures of provisions and contingencies are not in compliance with the minimum requirements of the Philippine accounting standards due to the following issues. Letter A, provisions and contingent liabilities for appealed benefit claims are not adequately presented or disclosed in the financial statements due to an insufficient monitoring and reporting mechanism, resulting in the misstatement of accrued benefit claims, payable and provision for health benefits incurred but not reported by an unidentified amount. And letter B, contingent assets arising from outstanding legal cases are improperly disclosed in the notes to financial statements due to the lack of policy on specific classification criteria for estimating the outcome of the inflow of economic benefits." Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Cuevas. I cannot thank you enough. According to COA, there are multiple unreported transactions. Hence, we can say that if all the transactions were reported, the total liabilities of COA would have been significantly greater than the reported figure. In sum, COA was saying that the records made available to it pertaining to the reported transactions being incomplete cannot be the basis of an accurate audit of the total liabilities of PhilHealth because, again, there are numerous unreported transactions. So for the last time, Attorney Cuevas, may I request you to read the other observations of COA?
In preparing the financial statements, management is responsible for assessing the PhilHealth's ability to continue as a going concern, disclosing, as applicable, matters related to going concern, and using the going concern basis of accounting unless management either intends to liquidate the PhilHealth or to cease operations or has no realistic alternative but to do so. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you again. Right. So, Mr. Senior Vice President, yes. Are you also a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer or architect?
Your Honor, I am not a lawyer. I am a certified public accountant and has a doctorate degree in human resource, Your Honor.
Yeah. How long have you been with PhilHealth?
Your Honor, this is my 24th years, 23rd years with PhilHealth, Your Honor.
So you have the institution, you're the institutional memory of PhilHealth. You should be preserved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Uncab Ones, dapat kasama si Ralph Recto na makulong dahil isa siya sa nagsabi na sobra-sobra na ang pera ng PhilHealth. Pahayag naman ni Ed Laciro, mas higit na nakikinabang sa PhilHealth ang mga opisyales ng gobyerno kaysa sa mga mahirap na beneficiary. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Gab Emen. Dapat kasuhan yung buwayang politiko na naglipat ng PhilHealth funds, walang awa sa taong bayan. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.